It used to scare me. I used to have nightmares at night. When I go on tour, I want to see the ground shake. But do I want to open that can of worms? I don't want no girlfriend until I'm 40. I'm okay because I got money.
What's going on, y'all? I'm Miabelle. We're back with another episode of BET Talks. And of course, I know you've seen our special guest either on YouTube, Twitch, all of the social media outlets. And he's also one of the highest ranked streamers in the entire world. Here to celebrate his project, Blame the Chat, DDG. Welcome to the show.
Well,
How you feeling?
feeling good.
Now, I'm gonna preface this with, would you rather use your real voice or is this okay for you right now?
It depends on how comfortable I get.
Okay, all right. Let's see how comfortable we can make you. But of course, we're gonna do a little temperature check and play a game of this or that. It's not a hard game. All you have to do is choose and tell me why, okay? And it's all about you.
All right, bet.
So, Pontiac or Hollywood?
Hollywood. If you ask anybody in Pontiac if they would want to live somewhere else, the whole goal is to make it out. I wouldn't necessarily say Hollywood, but like just LA in general is to change the scenery. Not to say it's like too much safer, but it is safer than Pontiac, and it's more opportunities.
Opportunities that you've really been able to grow from in so many different ways, making so much shmoney. Now, when it comes to the money, do you prefer YouTube, Twitch streaming money versus music money? Blame the chat.
The streaming, I mean, I think it's like a obvious public knowledge. Content creators make more money than rappers.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to the music, a lot of people may think that it's just now starting, but this is something that you've always been doing. Now, was that always the plan before you went to YouTube University and started making all that money?
I always wanted to do music, but I just never really pursued it.
Right.
I always ask myself, like, what if I did it backwards? Like, I started making music before I started doing the stuff. Would I be as big as I am? I admire it and I enjoy it, and I'm very grateful for my life and the path that I took. And as much as people like to discredit my music because of the route that I took, good music is good music, you know? I can't help that I'm funny and handsome.
Okay, I know that's right.
Yeah.
Now, what I think is really cool is that you knew what you wanted to do at a young age and you took the leap. High school, college, you know, you said, I'm done with this. I'm gonna go the YouTube way, the internet way. Now that, I want you to kind of describe what that feeling was like for you back then, where you had this initiative to go and do you.
Well, I don't know if you know like my backstory, but like I went to college for like broadcasting, had a minor in acting.
You supposed to be sitting in my seat right now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm supposed to be at a radio station.
Your voice can do it though, Quiet Storm. We gonna wait for it, but anyway.
I could be a radio host if I really wanted to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you see, I'm feeling a little more comfortable. That's why I'm like starting to talk like that, but.
I could have went the radio route, but when I made my first $200 on YouTube, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take this serious. I went into college with already the mindset of I'm gonna do this and that. And then when I started making a certain amount of money, you know, it was time for me to leave. So it was definitely a leap of faith, but I don't know, I'm a very big believer in myself.
Now, that first $200 that you made on YouTube was what really pushed you to do more. What was the first big check that you made?
My first big check was $40,000.
Off of a YouTube video or just a series of them?
That's a month. 1 month, 40,000, boom. And I moved out to LA around the age of 21, 22. I started seeing like 6-figure checks a month. And then from there, I started to know what it felt like to have a lot of money.
And this is showcasing your lifestyle.
Yeah, I'm just literally just vlogging, just showing me. I'm very relatable. There's a lot of regular black men in the world like me that look up to me and they're like, if he can do it, I can do it. And there's a lot of current creators out here that's killing it that grew up watching me as well.
Now, how was it with your family getting used to you showcasing your life on a daily level or vlogging so much where you're being personal with the world? What did they think about everything?
They was always supportive. My family always been supportive. Some of my peers didn't get it, teachers.
Of course not.
I got this one English teacher that told me my videos was dumb. I never forgot him.
What's his name? Actually, we're not highlighting him on this show. This your time.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say his name.
Yeah.
He probably haunts him to this day. But musically though, I just always wanted to do music. I was just scared of one thing. I don't know if I could say it.
Of course you can.
I used to watch conspiracy videos on YouTube about the Illuminati.
Right.
And I was like, dang. So if you become a big rapper, you gotta be an Illuminati? And it used to scare me. I used to have nightmares at night. I'm like, I ain't gonna do no music. Cause I know I was gonna be big in music.
Right.
So I was like, let me just do this YouTube stuff. And then I realized, what am I scared of?
Yeah.
I'm from Pontiac, Michigan. What I'm gonna be scared of?
Right, and you've been through a lot of life too.
I've been through a lot of life, so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna just try this music.
Illuminati ain't call you yet?
Nope.
Hey, you gotta drop another album. I wanna know about your musical influences because as I listen to Blame the Chat, I can't really put a finger on who I would compare you to or put you in a bracket with, which is a great thing because you have your own sound.
Thank you.
And what I love too are the features that you were able to bring together. To me, when you have a certain caliber of artist on a project, it's a testament of how great you are as an artist and how much they, trust the music. Now, you live streamed all of the collaborations and just the process of making the album. What is that process for you? How do you make music and get into that vibe?
In this situation, for this album, I let the chat pick the beat.
Okay.
They also pick the music that goes on the album. And once I pick the beat, I get in there and I really freestyle a lot. Like I just punch in. You know what punching in is, right?
Of course.
Yeah, I just punch in and get on the beat. I get a good bar to start off with. I'm like, all right, come on.
Who fuels the topics? Were the chat telling you, what to talk about too?
When I'm in the booth, I try not to look at the chat. Because, they don't really know how to rap.
Right. They just here for
know how
the
to hear.
entertainment.
Yeah, they know how to hear. You feel me? They got the ear. Not all of them got the talent to rap. So sometimes I gotta just get out what I gotta get out and then let them hear it. And then they let me know if they like it cohesively.
Okay, when it came to inviting people over and getting the features, was the chat picking who they heard or who they thought would sound best on the songs too?
Like whoever pulled up. Like I didn't tell no artist they couldn't pull up. Like the main single that we kicked off Blame the Chat with, Motion, I called the baby at like 9 in the morning, was like, hey man, I heard you in LA, you should pull up. Like, damn, we were just talking about you, bet. Pulled up 6 o'clock, boom. That happened a lot. I like to call people when I'm live a lot.
And they always answer, for the most part.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you wanna give me your number, I'll call you.
That's how we doing it, live on BET Talks. You gotta put the real voice on if you're gonna do that.
If you want to give me your number, I'll call you.
I might have to give it to him, Quiet Storm. There we go. Now, you have Bia on the project. We talking fine. That's how you started off. What is the energy that you wanted all of your audience to get when they turn the project on?
With that song, man, I'm working on a tour, so when I go on tour, I want to see the ground shake. I love doing festivals. I love turning up on stage. I'm gonna be honest, sometimes like if I ain't got auto-tune on my mic, I don't want to sing that day. Everybody use auto-tune.
Yeah.
I like to rap. I like to turn up. I like songs where the beat can take you to the moon. You feel me? So I feel like with Fine, it's one of those beats and it sonically makes you want to jump up. It makes you want to bob your head. It makes you want to mosh pit, push somebody. And it's cool because it makes it okay for girls to do it too because we have a girl on the song that's turning up as well. So I think it's going to be a big moment when I finally perform it.
Yeah, I think so too. Another one of my favorites is GTA with Skilla Baby. Hearing you guys both together, I think was really cool. What was that process like, and what was the energy behind it?
It was like 4 in the morning when we made that. It was on live too. I know when the song is good when I just don't stop. Like when I just start punching in. I ain't sitting there going on Rhyme Zone on my phone trying to figure out rhymes. Like, that was one of them songs where I was just feeling it.
Keep that last 4 I did. Let me do another 4 real quick.
Are your fans ever surprised too with how far you can take it with the music as far as ability and, cadence and just the growth too, because you've come a long way?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I'm definitely one of the most underrated artists right now, for sure, which is fine.
You're okay with it?
I'm okay because I got money.
Right.
Now, if I was broke and underrated,
it would hurt different.
I'd be a little sad. But I got money, so that kind of make me feel a little better.
Yeah.
I'm definitely underrated, but it comes with the game. I feel like this is one of those albums where 3 years from now, people still gonna hear it, still gonna listen to it. Over time, each song will be gold at one point. I'm gonna push it.
And you have gold singles.
Of course. Double platinum as well.
Yeah, double go platinum as well, just in case you didn't know.
Yes.
You end the project with no help, and you get deep on there. It's the last song on the project. What are you not getting help with, or what do you feel like in your life that you could have had more help on? What do you need help with now?
I mean, artist-wise, I don't have no cosigns for real. Like, a lot of the biggest rappers out right now came up under another huge rapper. I ain't got nobody. It's just me creating this foundation myself. I'm not clicked up with a bunch of rappers. And it's not like that I'm like antisocial or don't want to. It's just I take a lot of pride in myself. I want to have my own legs, you feel me? I want to be the one putting people on. I don't want to get put on. I take all the fire. I go through all the hard shit in order to be one of the biggest myself.
You're putting a lot on the line. You're living your life online. What would you say was a hard moment for you that you had to deal with being so vulnerable with the world and us seeing everything? Does it bother you? Does it hurt you? Do you sometimes need a break?
Yeah, I definitely be needing a break sometimes. Like, I've been live streaming for about 60-some days now, straight. I don't take no breaks. They've been seeing like every single day. You
ever cry on the live stream? Real cry?
Never.
Ever? Do you cry at all? When was the last time you cried?
The last time I cried, I probably cry like once or twice a year. I just don't like to cry, like.
I believe you, but now I'm gonna say, are you in therapy?
Nah, I don't do therapy.
No? Is there a particular reason for it? Are you interested? Is it something that has been calling you? Mr. I only cry once a year?
I thought about it, but do I want to open that can of worms? You feel me? I feel like I'm just so locked in, I don't want to cry.
Yeah.
I got money. I got a beautiful family. I'm handsome, cut my dreads and got multiple DMs. I be around beautiful women all the time. I fly where I want, go where I want. God loves me. My mom loves me.
Come on.
My light can't be dimmed.
Yeah. Now, you did cut your dreads off. How long were you growing them before we got the dark Caesar? That's what you got, right? You got a little afro under there.
No. I didn't brush my hair this morning.
Okay,
so
important.
I'll show it to you. And I still was trying to get your number and stuff, so I'll probably show you when we get closer. But
You're gonna have to brush that hair first, boo.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't miss the dreads at all.
You cut off a lot of energy, dead weight. What did that feel like for you?
It felt good. I thought I was gonna be ugly, to be honest.
Yeah.
But then once I seen it, I'm like, wait a minute, I like this better. So, I'm glad I did it. I feel like it was a big moment. 97,000 people watched me cut my hair.
Wow. See, for me, that's a crying moment.
When I did see like my dreads on my counter after, I like walked past them because I still got them. I get a little emotional.
Like, damn.
Not a tear emotional, but like, damn.
You feel it.
I feel it a little bit, so it's definitely energy there for sure.
What is it like being a new dad? We see Halo with you, of course, the parenting.
Being a dad is something that I take a lot of pride in. My dad is in my life, so it's easy for me to want to be in my son's life. And my son, he kind of acts like me a little bit. He got his own personality, but he reminds me of myself. He's just a good kid. I'm just excited to give him a great childhood, because my childhood was aight.
When you think about your child, how far do you want to take your career? And what are some new lanes that you want to touch so you can continue this generational wealth that you're building? You got a trust fund, baby.
Yeah, he's set for sure. I want him to have his own bank account, his own business. And I always say, like, my goal is to make him a millionaire before he's 5. Not that I give to him, but that he makes.
On his own.
On his own.
When it comes to relationships, we've seen you live it all out loud. And I was scrolling on that Instagram and I seen a post about 6-month celibacy.
Yes, my body is a temple.
Now, what made you want to go that route? Is it because you've been going so hard with the music where you're like, I need to focus?
Exchanging energy is a big thing for me.
People need to hear that, though. Because a lot of people think the men in your space are just out here flinging it around. So go ahead.
It's good to keep your energy. It's good to sleep alone and be with yourself. I just like being alone. Sometimes I want to just focus on work. Because I ain't gonna lie, when I get down, I get down. It sometimes distracts. I do myself a favor to the society, and I just stay away from it.
Right, so dating is not happening for you right now.
Nope.
Because there's a lot to focus on.
A lot of focus. I don't want no girlfriend until I'm 40.
Okay, so tell me about this tour that we're so excited for.
So I don't have any dates, but I can tell you what I would be doing for it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna live stream the whole tour.
Okay.
First to ever do it. Live on a tour bus, live on the stage. It's gonna create a moment. I'm tired of just listening to music and turning it off. I wanna feel like I'm still listening to music even when the music off. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm creating an experience, a live experience for people all across the world that can't make it to the city. And for the people in person that pay to come see me, they're able to see themselves in front of tens of thousands of people. It's gonna be a blessing, it's gonna be beautiful.
Of course. Thank you for being on the show, DDG, BET Talks. We did it. You were supposed to use the voice for the whole interview.
For real?
Yeah.
No, it's good when you just sprinkle it in there.
Mm-hmm.